What's up, y'all? This your boy King Eric the Great from Off the Cuff Radio, aka King Daffy Joe. And the video I want to do here is the topic is: has the music industry accepted Meek Mill once again? And what made me want to jump on this topic here is I was listening to his new album, which dropped last week, called Championships. And I got to say that this is probably the best Meek album I've heard since Dream Chasers, since the Dream Chaser tapes. Meek sounds like he's really focused. He brought a lot of substance. He talked about a lot of real issues that's affecting the black culture and in black America. You also get to see more to him, and that he's more of a, you should see more versatility versus his other previous projects, where he was just boasting about how fly he is, how many rollies on his wrist, and a lot of yelling. He brought a lot of substance on this album here, and he went deep, and that's what I liked about it. Now you start seeing the industry slowly coming along, trying to embrace him once again. And my question is why? One of the reasons why they turned on him in the first place is you go back to 2015, that hot summer of July, one of the craziest Julys ever, where he attacked the hip hop golden goose, which was Drake at the time. Now the reason being that he attacked him, I'm not really fond of, because it was an emotional situation where he got upset that Drake didn't retweet his album. But you gotta realize that a lot of these guys in the music business are not friends. They're not buddies. Regardless of how many selfies you see them take, regardless of how many pictures and how many collabs you see, these niggas are not friends. Let's get that clear. So people were acting like he betrayed Drake when it really ain't the case. It's business. Because he felt that a retweet from Drake would push his album, because this is the new wave of getting your product out there now. And when Drake didn't do it, Meek felt a sort of way. So he figured, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and expose you for not having for not really writing your raps. And that's where it came to lyrical sparring, lyrical blows. And that's where the feud started, and that's where the industry slowly turned on Meek. That whole summer was rough on him, because Drake at the time was the golden goose, and you couldn't say nothing about Drake. So now he was put in a situation where it's back against the wall. He was on the verge of being Ja Rule. But one thing Meek has always had was the streets. No matter how bad the industry ganged up on him, he always had the streets. If you really go to the clubs, they still play Dreams and Nightmares, that intro, one of the best introductions I've ever heard. And it could be possible reasons. You know, people get old with the beefing after a while, and they want to patch things up. It could be either that, or people see Meek being a hot commodity. He just dropped the best album of his career, and a lot of those guys like Game and Drake want to be a part of that wave. And you start seeing the industry all of a sudden want to do collabs with him. Everybody that turned on him back in the day, and all of a sudden they want to call him king. It could be that, or it could be a situation where they feel sorry for him because he became the face of prison reform, along with his legal troubles, and they felt that he was being done a wrong deal. So maybe they felt like they should back him on that. But either way, Meek never lost the streets. He never lost the streets at all. The streets was always behind him. The industry was the ones trying to push him out. And there's one thing that my man, and big shout out to Sheldon Young for saying this: you can't never push the street element out of this. No matter how how home cooked this stuff is, you can never push the streets out. So after years of going through the personal turmoil, he comes back out and dropped this album. Great album. Like I said before, great album. And it's one of the best albums of 2018. They even got a Drake collab up there. Then you have Game squashing beef with Meek. And that whole situation was silly from the start, because it seemed like Game was trying to use that. He made up a whole scenario to create sales. And they figured since Meek was the punching bag at the time, he wanted to go ahead and ride on that wave to boost his sales. I mean, let's be clear. There's no documents of Meek snitching on game. None of that stuff. It was all a ploy to sell records. And did it work? Nah. So, Game sees Meek as a hot commodity. He wants to be a part of that too. So, do you guys think the music industry has embraced Meek Mill once again? And what are the reasons? Was it because he really dropped the album? Was it because he's the face of prison reform and hip hop and he done a wrong deal? Or he just found ways to keep himself hot and people want to hop back on the wave? Let me know what your opinion about it. This is King Eric the Great signing off. Make sure you subscribe to the channel at Off the Cuff Radio. Peace.